messages and put my number out on her page that got 10 million followers. She did that. Putting everybody in our business, letting them know that me and Pap was together.
You just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because you're a man, you're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This, right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl.
Just a few days after Clarissa mentioned in an interview that she wanted to have children with Papoose next year, he cheated on her. Now she's venting online, and many believe she only has herself to blame. People reminded her of the saying, "You lose them the way you get them." And in this case, it seems to fit. Papoose moved on with someone else, just like Claressa had once gotten with him while he was still with Remy Ma. She assumed Remy was simply acting like a bitter ex-wife. Maybe partly true, but that didn't mean Remy was lying. Remy had even warned her that Papoose was using her. According to Remy, he was broke and homeless, and he only got with Claressa to secure money. Even though Claressa ignored those warnings, it made some sense since she and Remy already had a rocky relationship. The drama actually started months earlier when Remy leaked private messages between Claressa and Papoose. She claimed Claressa had secretly taken them from his phone while he was asleep at her house. Remy said Papoose had dozed off on the phone with Claressa and wouldn't leave her place, and as soon as Claressa heard Remy's voice, she hung up. Remy then accused her and her PR team of spreading fake stories to make Remy look bad and Papoose look like the perfect man. She asked Papoose to clear things up, but he told her to keep quiet. Remy also said Papoose insulted Claressa's looks and swore he would never touch her, but she claimed she had proof and was ready to reveal everything. Up until then, no one knew Claressa and Papoose were having an affair. Once it was exposed, the backlash was huge, and Claressa wasn't pleased either. She clapped back, asking how a woman with 2 boyfriends could be angry at a man with a girlfriend. The scandal kept people talking for a whole week. Papoose stayed quiet at first, but later fired back at Remy. On Christmas Day, he posted a picture of her with her boyfriend Easy the Block Captain and said she was with him while Papoose was at home with his daughter. He accused Remy of being bitter because he had moved on and called her a liar. He also revealed that he had offered her a divorce, but she refused since he wouldn't lie about a fight they had. He claimed to still have messages showing her asking him to cover up the truth, but he no longer cared. Papoose insisted he had knocked out Easy after he shook his hand and then slept with his wife, making it clear the fight wasn't about jealousy. He ended by warning that this was only the beginning and things would get worse. The drama heated up even more when Remy went live again, explaining why she cheated. She told Claressa directly that Papoose was broke and only stayed with her because he needed a place to live. She also accused him of lying to the public about their perfect marriage while she was in prison, saying he cheated the whole time and even got some women pregnant.
Real one, I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home and I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying. You refused to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing it.
How do y'all think y'all know what people, what do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this in my upgrade, downgrade, so-and-so's broke, this one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1 million, 0.3, whatever, I paid in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kid. I take care of it. So I stay here. You move over here.
You're a piece of Papoose.
You really are. You have turned into a piece of This, the gambling, the failures that you had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. Was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. Right, so he acts like he doesn't have a son. He has a son. We have a son. I would be telling you, girl, get your ass from over there. What are you talking about? That's what I would be.
Remy's latest rant came because she didn't want Papoose to move forward with the divorce quietly without exposing what she felt was the full truth. But Papoose wasn't about to let her have the last word. Just minutes after her live stream ended, he clapped back, clearly furious. He said he had put his career on pause to support her while she was in prison. But when she got out, instead of focusing on fixing their marriage, she began openly cheating with several men. Papoose claimed he still wanted to work things out at first, but her actions forced them into therapy. In his words, she was throwing herself at nearly every man she came across, making it impossible to deal with. When it came to her calling him broke, Papoose flipped the script, saying it was Remy who was struggling with money and constantly asking him for financial help. He insisted she leaned on him for support, not the other way around. Then he dropped another bombshell. While Remy had publicly accused Nicki Minaj of using ghostwriters, she was secretly having Papoose write her verses. That revelation made her look not only like a hypocrite, but also dependent on him for her career as well as money. His response showed he wasn't going to let her take control of the story. What began as bitter arguments had now turned into a public war filled with harsh insults, ugly accusations, and years of resentment. It was no longer just about their broken relationship. It had become a fight to ruin each other's reputation in front of everyone.
On top of the world, $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet. Y'all seen it. Her situation took place. Like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visiting her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Everybody in my ear, Pap, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. My deal folded. I exhausted all my funds. I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday. I was there. Took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. It came a time where if our son needed certain things, if she had something in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did every single thing. That wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. I tolerated your foolishness and your cheating and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Everything would be fine and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly which one I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on a credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You are.
Even though Remy came off as a bitter ex and hurt her own image, she may have been right when she warned that Papoose was only taking advantage of Claressa. Now, new rumors are swirling that he's seeing another woman he just met. And she's younger than Claressa. No one knows exactly how the claims started, but people online are already cracking harsh jokes at Claressa's expense. The timing makes it sting even more. Just recently, Claressa gave an interview where she happily talked about wanting to start a family with Papoose next year, but barely a day later, news surfaced that he had allegedly cheated on her. With Remy's past warnings and these fresh rumors, many are now questioning whether Claressa ignored obvious signs. Instead of focusing on her future plans, she's dealing with public embarrassment and the possibility that the man she trusted may have betrayed her. What should have been a personal dream has now turned into another messy chapter in a drama that keeps playing out for everyone to see.
Of that, like a expiration date on your career, or is it 8 years and that's it? Or when will you try and go into, having a family, or would you have a kid and then go back to boxing?
That's what I want to do. I feel like I've put too much time on hold on having a kid and being married and stuff for boxing already. I'm going to have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm going to have a baby next year. And then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more, and then probably have another one and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids. Right. I want to be able to run at the park with my kids and stuff like that. I don't want to be too old. So I think that keeping my body in shape, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I think that'll also help me too while I'm going through this whole...
It's obvious this drama between Papoose, Remy, and Clarissa is far from over. If anything, it's only getting more chaotic. People online are jumping in with strong opinions. One person wrote, Remy is definitely losing here. Every time she goes off, she looks pettier. Honestly, they're both wrong for putting their private business out there, but Remy has really damaged her own reputation. Someone else saw it differently, saying, Remy isn't about to let this man play her. She's been quiet for too long, and now he's upset because she doesn't want him. He's just trying to mess with her money. Papoose needs to sit down. Lying, cheating, and corny. But what do you think? How do you feel about Clarissa opening up about wanting a family with Papoose, only for him to face cheating accusations right after? Do you believe she'll stay with him, or is this the final straw? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to click here for even more of the drama.